Teacher Talk Live. I love that intro song, by the way. It's not mine. I'm going to comment on it every time. And listen, I'm telling you right now, if you're a music teacher out there, the first music teacher to get me a video of your students playing that song in the I will give you $50 Amazon gift card. I just want to see it. I just want to see that it exists out in the world. Just message me. I'm Devin Siebold. Hello, everybody. I got my good friend, Mr. Adam Murray, live. I got to figure out the directions here. This is Adam Murray. Adam Murray is a good buddy of mine. He's a comedian. He's an actor. Some of you may even recognize him. Thanks for the stars, by the way, Zach. Those of you that are on Facebook, you can send stars. Those of you on YouTube, you can send super chats, and I will thumbs up when that happens. But Adam recently appeared in a Netflix, and dude, it was a pretty prominent Netflix like spot, because I was like, you know, when friends of yours are like, hey man, you gotta check me out, yeah, I'm on this, I'm on that, and like and then you watch the episode and you have to call them and you go, so which second do I pause?
Dude, the funny thing about that is, like, when that was coming out, it was like, I mean, it was like probably a year and a half, 2 years between like when we filmed it and when like it finally aired. It was about a year and a half, and I'd signed an NDA, so I couldn't say anything. Like, even when I went for my fitting, like they were serious about it. Like, it was at Screen Gym Studios. We went to the fitting, and before I could get onto the lot, they handed me an iPad to sign an NDA. And the reason it was an iPad is because they took a photo of me signing it.
Wow.
So, like, wasn't me. They were like, we see your ass signing that thing.
Impressive. And just so the people know what we're talking about, what were you in?
I was in Hillbilly Elegy. It's a Ron Howard movie starring Glenn Close and Amy Adams, and it was massive. Like, The Onion wrote an article about it because it had so much controversy. I don't know if you saw the Onion article.
No.
Basically, I guess the guy that wrote the book said something controversial, or came out as a Republican. I don't know if he was in favor of Trump or what, but then it started all the critics trying to pan the movie. Then Glenn Close and Amy Adams were like, don't penalize us and all the people who are in this movie because of this guy's political views or whatever. So, but then people started to watch it and they're like, no, it's actually really good. And so it started this whole controversy behind it. And like the Onion article, was something like Ron Howard being quoted as saying, "F you, man, you try to make a good movie about hillbillies," like something like.
Now, did you meet Ron Howard?
Yeah, I spent all day with him. I got there at like 7 a.m. So I don't know if you know this, but like I had hurt my back. Like, my back was injured at the time because I did that play for Fringe, and in the middle of the play, I hurt my back.
Oh yeah, that's, acting on stage a lot of times is very physically demanding, tedious work. I can only imagine the amount of.
What happened was, it was kind of an oversight on our part. There was part of the play where I chased members of the play through the audience, and the audience was dimly lit, and they're sitting in those theater chairs that are bolted to the ground. And I caught one with my hip, like mid jog, and just twisted my whole body. Like, it hurt then, but like a week later, I was just, I was
right
messed up. So like, I was canceling gigs, and just booking that movie took what I was auditioning for from like here to here. And then when it came out, like, it went to here. And then when it got Oscar noms, like it's just like kind of
cool. Yeah, I'm celebrating today because I'm in a Because Science shirt. I got my second vax today, so fully done. Which, by the way, I've reflected on this shirt. I don't know if this is the best like advertisement for science, because it's literally got the two worst scientists in the world. Like, that's like saying, yeah, that's like saying because reading and then having a picture of Floyd Mayweather on it. It's like, what are you doing here? This is the exact opposite of science. But anyways,
the only guy who can understand Beaker too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's cool. But this is all teachers, so say hello to the teachers. You know
Teachers, I worked in. I don't know if you know this or not. I worked in a Title I elementary school for like 5 years.
what? Doing what?
I was their on-site IT support.
Oh yeah, that you look like the IT guy. Were you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, were you a jerk? Were you like telling
No, no.
people?
I
You were
mean,
you going into classes and they're like, I can't print this, and you're like, duh. Yeah, I see what you did here. This is ridiculous. You know,
I
were you
mean,
just insulting them? Like, did you connect the cable? Do you even know what Ethernet is? Can you spell it? You
it's
know?
funny. Like the only I think the only teachers that I can remember that really disliked me were there were some kindergarten teachers there was some uh, there was some program that required the students to log in, and they hadn't quite figured out a way to like just mass dump the names in to create logins. So I had to create every single one by hand. So there's like we had like some 700 students in the school, and I'm typing slowly like every student, and this lady was losing her mind because it was taking me like a week or two to like update this. And the other problem is that it was a Title I elementary school, so we had students with unusual names, like with apostrophes and dashes and things in their name.
Yeah, that's every elementary school nowadays, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
yeah, it's literally all of them. So
minutes since I've been there. I mean, I that was the only world I knew was that Title I.
mhm.
Well, I worked also in some school for children with special needs, like severely emotionally handicapped, and I forget what the other one was. It's been so long, but yeah, this lady was like screaming at me in the middle of the office, making a big scene that I hadn't gotten. I don't even remember what the name of the thing was. She just wanted something to like have the kids sit there to occupy them for like an hour or two for each kid or whatever.
Right, right, right. Looking at the chat, hello, Idaho, hello, seventh grade, hello, kindergarten teacher that probably yelled at Adam. And thank you, Red, for the $1.99 to buy a pack of gum. I'm going to go with Big Red, by the way, in honor of your name. And thanks for the stars and everybody. Yeah, I appreciate, the teachers joining us for this Teacher Talk Live. I got a little comedy for them that I want to throw out there this particular Sunday night. I have a question for you, Adam. Have you ever been in a portable? Like, were you ever in? Yeah,
Yeah,
in class in a portable.
the well, our school was new, so it didn't have portables. They built it size, but as a student, yes, many times I was in a portable. I also ran a chess club for our elementary school.
You look why everything about you says IT guy, chess club. Like I mean, I don't mean I hate to be judgmental, but
I when I auditioned for roles and stuff, it's always like IT guy, stoner, slacker. Like,
do you ever walk in and they just look at you and they're like, "Can you be here Monday?"
dude, I don't know if you probably remember this. The Super Bowl commercial I did early on in my career was I had I was there was some movie I was in. I'm blanking on the name. It was like an indie film that they wanted me to grow out sideburns, and they told me never to shave them. And I was like, this is starting to be like a continuity problem. Like these are so long, much longer than when we started filming this thing. Because the filming lasted for months. It was whenever they did it on weekends and stuff. And so my sideburns, I look like Wolverine. Like they were, and I went into audition for that, and I saw like I went for the callback, and I saw the people in the callback go like elbowing each other. Because when I got the set, what I soon realized they had a guy that had like what they thought like they put a mullet on him and sideburns and stuff, and then I walked in and they're like, he exists. Because my hair doesn't grow so long in the front, but it's long in the back. For those who have no idea who I am, and
Right.
they're like, dude, we're making a guy to look like this dude, and here he is. He just walked in.
They're like, we literally ordered you on Amazon like 5 minutes ago. We ordered the Adam Murray mask, and they're busy. They had to murder 7 horses just to get the hair right.
Dude, I watched them sitting there gluing hair on this guy, and it didn't occur to me until they started putting on the sideburns. And, like he had this mullet, and I looked and I was just like, oh, they're making him. They think I look like this guy.
Yep. Okay. So back to the portable, because I got teachers in here that say they teach in portables right now. I want to help some people out because there's some teachers out there who are new to the profession and they don't know what portable life is like. If you've never taught in a portable, you're lucky. But if you've never taught in a portable, you will. And the reason I say you will is it's inevitable. Every single school overcrowds at some particular point. And, rather than actually get them a new classroom, they wheel up this little trailer on the end and they put it on some cinder blocks. And then they go, wow, classroom. Oh, until we have the funds to build you another room. And by the way, funds, spoiler alert, never come. But
that's the thing. Like they call them portables as though there's this connotation to that it's somehow temporary, but it's permanent. They're always there. It's almost like they put land in planning for like, this is where the portables will go now that we've built this building. Like,
yep.
Like why?
Exactly right. And so I got some tips for portable life, things you should know if you are ever a teacher in a portable. Number one tip. First off, you will lose children under the portables. It's inevitable. Some will be eaten by raccoons, some taken by raccoons, some will learn to live with them and cohabitate, take up residence, become raccoon children. But the fact remains is that, these children will come out of the portables looking like they live there. Many do. Now, here's the thing. Teachers get like kind of crazy about that. The kids aren't doing bad things under the portables. They're not doing drugs. They're not romancing under the portables. For some reason, they just feel like crawling underneath of a 10,000-pound structure that's being held up by 3 cracked cinder blocks because that's just who they are. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna risk death today. Let's do that. So that's the first thing. Number 2, and I'm sure you've had this happen to you before, Adam. You will have to, if you're in a portable, evacuate for bad weather, guaranteed. Now I have the district's procedure. I managed to actually get a copy of it from the district. This is the evacuation protocol for portables. Step 1. They are going to turn on the news, find out a severe storm is approaching, and they will know the exact direction that it is headed, the precise time down to the minute that will hit the location, and all the damage it will do. Step 2 is they wait until that storm is directly overhead and is unleashing hellfire in order to evacuate the portables. That's it. They always wait till that moment.
There's always that thought like, oh, it might turn. It's not gonna.
It doesn't turn. It will never turn. Step 3, they make you gather your class and then run directly through the storm towards a building that is on average 7 miles away. For some reason, the portables are never next to an actual building. And then number 4, you will arrive at the building and you will get no clear direction of where you need to go because the entire reason they have the portable is there's not enough room for you in the building in the first place. So these students, you will inevitably stand outside in a hallway, probably exponentially more dangerous than actually being in the portable throughout the storm. And you will get nothing done for the rest of your class. Now, the final step is the school bell will ring to go on to the next class period, but no one will have notified the period that's coming in now. And you will watch in horror as your children for the next class are making their way out to the portable. And you now realize you have to repeat this exact same process over again because nobody told them not to go to the damn portable. So that's what the district has anyways. Yeah. It's so funny because, teachers never, ever, ever correct me in a better light. It's always, hey, don't forget about the rats.
Oh, yeah.
It's always something exponentially worse. Nobody's like, I've never dealt with that. Everybody's like, I have dealt with that, and let me tell you how much worse it can get.
How about the fact that they're always so hot? Like,
yeah,
in Florida, they can't get the AC. Like, you got a window unit for some of them. Like, what?
That's my next thing. So when you're in a portable, the AC will not work. It is designed specifically this way. You will have a 1,000 square foot trailer with 30 children in it directly into a field with no shade. No. And they will provide you with a standard window AC unit that would not cool a porta potty, let alone your classroom. Even when it was new, it did
Yeah.
not work. It's just the actual cubic feet, it does not line up at all. And then number 4. Just be assured the portables will never get cleaned. These are the dirtiest buildings in the entire school. They're directly into a field. So in the morning, the kids have to walk out to you and their feet get wet and they truck it through the sand. And the dirt is just a part of your class now. It's who you are. Just own it. You're literally the Sandman on Spider-Man. That's just it's a part of who you are. Some people, Amanda, no, you don't. This is a lie, by the way. I love portables. Amanda, you're lying. You love portables because you're in a physical building and you get to stare down at the people that are in the portables, and it makes you feel like you've accomplished something within your school and teaching. That's what I always had. Anyway. It would rain and I would literally look out the window and watch the kids running from the portables in between classes, and I'd be like, good.
She must be masochistic or something. Like, she's the type of person that likes to get beat or spanked at times. And she's like, yeah, portable.
Portables. It's great, man.
I love being degraded.
Yeah. Now, also number 5 on my portable checklist, your bathroom is your closet space. Just so you're aware, there's no portable bathroom has ever worked. The plumbing is never hooked up ever. If you now, just so you know, go ahead.
For the bathroom, they back when I was in portables, you used to have to walk. You'd have to trek to the main building in order to use the bathroom. So it was always like, I mean, it was, the 7 miles away to go use the toilet. It's like, and all of them are out in the field, so you're nowhere near a bathroom. Like,
right. And that's the thing, is even if the bathroom does work in that particular class, as a teacher, it's your job to tell everybody it's broke, because the first time that a student drops anchor in there, the next 5 periods are ruined. Like, you have to open the windows, and you can close the door and there's no fan, but you close the door and it's literally a sheet of paper thin, so it just permeates through. There's no not good. And you say to yourself, why don't they just hook up the plumbing? It's because they'll keep saying it's temporary to them, which brings me to my next point. It's never temporary. They will never remove the portables ever. Like, they could build 5 new buildings and they will never remove the portables because they're incapable of planning beyond the current situation. They're like, wow, we have 2,300 students and we have a building for 2,000. So we should build another building. And they go, how big should it be? It goes, well, we should probably accommodate the extra 300 students. They never plan in advance that it might possibly go beyond the extra 300.
Dude, I think my worst portable experience had to be when I was in a portable for a class in college. I remember walking in like, what? I'm going into debt to walk into this goddamn portable. Are you serious right now? Like, the amount these students are paying. How do you have portables? Like,
college portable? No way.
I was so mad. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm seeing this comment here, and it's on to my last one. Is some people said, I love portables because no one comes out to the portables unless they really need you, which is true. Yeah. And Fred said, I'm in a portable. My admin is 10 miles from the building and will never drop in. And that is true as well. That's one advantage of having a portable. And the other, the reason that even when they come, the last point I'm going to make is every portable has a ramp, and for some reason that ramp is made with the loudest metal on earth. That when you walk across this, it for some reason takes 9 days to walk up this ramp. By the way, it's only going up 2 feet, and you have a 2-hour warning that somebody's coming into your class, because that's how long you can hear them walking up this ramp in advance of. It's just and it's just, and you're like, oh, somebody's coming, and it's clearly. And the best part about it is you can see them pass by the first window, and then they come out to the second window. And you ever, as a teacher, I've had students that hang out outside the door at that moment, as if I did not hear Godzilla trekking up this particular metal ramp, and they just stand outside the door thinking I don't know they're there. They're on their phone. And then I open the door and they're like, oh, you knew I was here? Yeah, we all did. We all heard you. We saw you walk physically up the ramp. The whole entire portable shook for 7 hours. It
Even
ruined every.
even if there's blinds, you can see that silhouette, and
Yep.
like everything stops. Like if there's teaching or whatever, everyone just stops and goes like, "All right, we're waiting to see who this is. Who's our visitor?"
And you can actually see the silhouette on a clear sunny day through the wall. That's how thin it is. You just see them walking. It's just a shadow puppet figure. You're like, wow, this is not safe. But yeah, the quieter you try to, it's true. This is right, Doris. The quieter you try to be, the louder you are. Doesn't matter walking up that little ramp. Boom, 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 boom. It's every single time. Amy, I can't wait to see you in Tampa in late July. I'm be with Mr. Joe Dombrowski. I got shows in Sarasota this coming weekend, Hillsdale, Cornell, Peshtigo, Wisconsin the next weekend, and then Richmond, Virginia. I'll be at a brand new comedy club called the Sandman Comedy Club in Richmond, and I'll be there with Adam Ferrara. So, and you, Mr. Murray, you tour with a really great comic, Mr. What's his name? I drew
Felipe
a blank.
Esparza.
Felipe
he won last
Esparza.
comic standing in 2010. He's the very first comic to ever produce a special in both English and Spanish simultaneously. First one ever, which is surprising that it's on Netflix now. He also had a special on HBO, and he's on the NBC show Superstore.
Oh, nice. Nice. Also, I did want to mention real quick that on patreon.com/crying in my car, I put it at the bottom there. You can actually subscribe, and I'm doing stuff for everybody on there now, not just Crying in My Car fans. But if you want the videos in advance, you can actually get them now. Like my video that's coming out this week on Facebook and YouTube is up on Patreon now, and you can watch it in advance, and it's $2.99 a month. And if you pay in advance, I think you get like 2 months free. It's like $30. And also I'm gonna announce tomorrow, but I have a special that if you pay for the year, you get a free video sent your way, a personalized greeting. So I'll do that. I don't act like Adam. It's not directed by Ron Howard. It is directed by me, probably in my boxer shorts sitting on my couch, but which some of you, I've seen the comments, that may be a selling point. I don't know. So anyways, no, it's pretty cool. Now, I really want to tell a story, Adam, and I did not ask you ahead of time if I could tell this, but can I tell the story about you doing a guest spot for Lonnie Love or Dominique? I think it was Dominique.
I don't know what story you're about to tell, but sure. I assume I bombed or something.
Yes. Yes, you bombed terribly. It was horrible. As a comedian, we have all bombed. Adam Murray, by the way, is very funny, and you should check him out on YouTube because he's got cool behind the scenes videos. He goes like Cobra Kai filming locations, does Taco Bell reviews. I think you took a sledgehammer to your or a chainsaw to your roommate's
my roommate's TV.
Yeah. And yeah.
My
So anyways,
favorite one right now is the upside down pizza video because it looks like it's going to be, no one suspects it, and which seems to be a great surprise to people, but it looks like it's going to be a really nice, well done, like how to make this great pizza, and it's chaos just ensues. And people seem to be enjoying the hell out of it.
those are the best videos. And Steph, a good friend of mine, said, I can't wait to see you in July. Bring in a table of friends. Been too long. It has been too long. It's been a long time. I just performed in Miami. That was a lot of fun. So I've bombed on stage many times.
Sure.
When you're just starting out, you bomb. I will not be afraid to admit it, but I bombed like literally 2 months ago. I had a show that I performed in front of high schoolers. Okay. And it turns out 17-year-olds with cell phones in their hands do not want anything. They don't want anything to do with me. Who would have thought? But I will say this: Dominique is a master comic. Dominique is fantastic. And it was a mostly urban crowd. Sure. And I was hosting for the whole weekend and everything was going good. But even I had a tough time the first night and kind of adjusted my set. And then, white comics.
I knew when you said, like you mentioned Dominique, and I forgot the other one you mentioned. I was like, okay, an urban crowd. So
yeah. So
I'm either hit or miss. Like
that's the thing I was about to say. it's either white comics are loved in predominantly black rooms as a comedian, or they're absolutely hated. It just depends on the vibe you give off. And for some reason that night, the second you stepped on stage, I introduced Adam Murray. The second he was on stage, they hated this man. I mean, I don't know. He could have walked up there in an I Love Ted Cruz shirt and gotten more applause than than the jokes that came out of it. But it was so funny because I will never forget, you were bombing, but you're always so happy and so optimistic. And you were making the most of the set like a true pro.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget though, you were about to close your set and they were not liking you. And you go, all of a sudden you go, anyways, I'm gonna do one more and get out of here. And somebody in the front goes, good. And I laughed. I was crying, laughing so hard. I was like, man, they did not like him, and that's okay, because I've gone up and bombed so bad at the Improv before. You've gone up and bombed. Everybody's bombed. If you haven't bombed, you're not a comic.
You're not experimenting. Like, you're not getting out of your comfort zone. And like for me, especially at that period, I was trying really hard to do better in front of urban crowds, because I was like, this is difficult. Some comics are afraid to even broach it. And so I was like, you know what? I was going to, like, Jersey used to run those Apollo nights, and I was like, I'm gonna try my hand at this and just try to get better at it. And now, like, recently I did a set at there's a place here called Uptown Comedy in Atlanta, and it's like an urban room. And I went there, and I just I just recently filmed a TV show for BET, and so I had that as my intro. And then when I walked out, and everyone just looks at me like that, I go, I bet I'm the last dude you expected to walk out with that intro, and everyone goes, ah.
Yeah, it just depends on the crowd, depends on where you're at and how everything's perceived. But it's great. By the way, Lindsay, let me tell you something. Lindsay just said this, and actually Doris asked too. Lindsay and Doris, Devin, have you ever done dry bar? Lindsay asked, have I done dry bar? I have a 100% clean set that would destroy on dry bar. I would love to do dry bar. I messaged the guy and said, I'm very interested in doing dry bar. I got a recommendation from Brad Upton, who is the king of dry bar, their very first viral guy who got like over 100 million views on his videos. Best friends with the guy. And the guy messaged me and was like, send a video. So I sent a video, and he was like, great. We'll be in touch. I cannot get a single response ever since then. And they are just throwing out dry bar specials to tons of people now who I know. I'm like, this person has literally opened for me and bombed 20 times. And they have a dry bar special. And I've asked them, I've said, I want a dry bar special, and they never contact. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. I did last night talk to a guy who is kind of in with Comedy Dynamics. So I think I might try to record an album with Comedy Dynamics and get some audio out.
That's fun. Comedy Dynamics, I think, would be far better than a dry bar.
I don't know, man. Dry bar is kind of the social media aspect of it, that I'm doing well at, that I want to keep doing well at. And right. I know some of these guys get some really good,
exposure from it.
Yeah, really good exposure. But yeah, anyways, so thanks, Adam. I know you got food about to come in.
One thing I think that to touch on a couple of things we've talked about. Have you seen Cool Hand Luke?
No, it's been so long. I saw it when I was probably like 16.
So it's a movie with Paul Newman. He's in jail, and for punishment they put him in a hot box. I think they call it a hot box. It's basically just like a wood structure with like a tin roof.
So a school room.
Yeah, that's what portables feel like. It's gotta be.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Watching that movie was like, we can do this to our students and just laugh the whole time. That Ron Howard movie, I think you'll enjoy this, because we've all been there, that moment where we stick our foot in our mouth and like, crap, you gotta just live in that moment. The scene I have is with the little kid, and he clearly knew Ron Howard was a big deal, but didn't know who Ron Howard was. Because why would he? He's like 12.
Yeah.
Because like the whole time we were there, he was like vying for his affection. Like, was that good? You know, was that great? You want me to change it in some way? And then at one point, he called him Rob, and Rob was like, "Actually, it's Ron." And you could tell he's just gonna beat himself up about it for like years to come because he did that thing that like, and then like try to put everything's fine. Everything, but you tell by his eyes like it wasn't fine.
I'm gonna look him up on Twitter because I know he's probably forgot about it, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, remember that time that you?" just to remind him, like he's having a good day, and I just hit him with that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, forgot I did that." By the way, teachers, this week's video, I've got 2 coming out. One of them is I finally did, and I've been writing this for a while. I finally did a video on a teachers' mental health day. So I'm the presenter at a mental health day for teachers. And then the second one, I saw a video online of a teacher that took his students to the zoo on a field trip, but they were on Zoom. So he like is carrying the laptop to the zoo. And so I did my own, yeah, I did my own personal rendition of this where I may have or may not have got arrested, and and so there's going to be a fun Zoom field trip for the children when they learn kind of the real world. But yeah, it's going to be really funny. I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, when the videos come out, share them, like them, comment, and don't forget, check out Adam online, Adam Murray Comedy.
Dude, check out my YouTube.
Yeah, you're on. How do they find you?
If you just search Adam Murray on YouTube, I'll come up, or Adam Murray Live on everything else like Instagram, or I don't use Twitter a lot, but I have it on there. Or my Facebook is Adam Murray Live, facebook.com/Adam Murray Live.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome, man. And he, like I said, behind the scenes stuff, got some stand-up clips and stuff like that, and Taco Bell things, which I'm starving. So I'm about to go eat something. Although I'm kind of cautious because did you get vaccinated yet? Or are you thinking?
I had the first shot.
Okay. So second one.
The second one on the 23rd for me.
That's the one that supposedly takes you out. Now, I got it this morning at 11:45. I'm not feeling anything yet. A little soreness in the arm.
Did you get Pfizer or Moderna?
Pfizer. And so
I did Moderna.
I'm considering getting some food after this, but then I hear by everybody that you get flu-like symptoms, and I don't want to have flu-like symptoms with a quesarito on my stomach.
You don't want to load the chamber. Like
I know.
So
I'm cautious. But then I'll tell you what's gonna happen is I will not get symptoms. And then I'll be sad in bed and be like, I should have ate my quesarito. And
these are so good though. Have you had one?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like,
look at this. Have I had one? Yes, I've had one.
They say that like food scientists have figured out like the perfect flavors for like Doritos and stuff like that to make you just salivate and want. I don't know what Taco Bell is doing. I mean, clearly.
Salt,
salt, cheese, like spices, but that quesarito is somehow perfect. Like I can understand how people are just so mad that they took it away because I remember the first bite I was like, this is wow. I don't remember having it before, and now they brought it back. I was just like, this is insane. I've had like 4 dozen of them just today. Like,
Adam, I don't know if you know this. And I may be breaking this news to you right here live, and the people of Facebook and YouTube may see you cry for the first time. Taco Bell is bringing back potatoes, Adam Murray.
They already have them.
They're right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that's settled. I'm ruining my night.
The one thing I really wish they'd bring back is the pico. Because like some of the videos I make are doing things like showing how to order, like buck the system to get some things that are like discontinued. Mm-hmm. And some of it, like I've got people commenting on my videos like, they don't have Pico now, I can't get this, or like the next melt and stuff like that.
Well, the number one thing that they have on their menu have ever had, period, beginning to end, and I will straight up fight somebody if they argue otherwise. The Mexi Melt is the greatest thing that's ever graced the Taco Bell menu.
Yeah, people. The two videos I made that people went crazy for was how to order a Mexi Melt and how to order the was it the chili burrito or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to have the chili cheese with the. They used to have the Frito burrito too.
Yeah, so there's you can still get it in like Ohio for whatever reason. They still have it on the menu. They still have it, but like there's some people like there's a way to order it if you know like it's not perfect, but it's so like it's close enough that someone from Taco Bell was like, yeah, this is the way we used to make it when we ran out of stuff. So it works. No one's ever complained.
Right. Donna said, "Taco Hell. Are you serious?" Yes, we are, Donna. I am a comedian, which is on the road, and I come back home at 2:00 in the morning sometimes. B, teacher. So, teacher, guess what? $5. I can get 5 cheesy bean and rice burritos and feed my children for 3 days. That's great. And and then also, as a teacher as well, Taco Bell is great for hiring me so I can work a second job. And they get discounts on their Taco Bell. By the way, do they give discounts? I always wonder. Do they give discounts on Taco Bell?
The closest thing I've gotten to discounts is if something happens there, they'll give you like coupons for free tacos.
Oh.
9 times out of 10, I tell them I got the coupon and I forget to give it to them and they forget to ask. And so like I have this chain going on where I go, hey, I got this coupon for free taco. And they're like, whatever, we'll throw it in the bag. Keep it for next time. Like
and also, I love how people are tuning in and looking at your appearance and going, you like Taco Bell?
Yeah, really. Like this surprises you?
You look like the spokesperson for Taco Bell. Like you could literally be the national logo. You're the Taco Bell colonel.
I might even have like some hot sauce somewhere on my desk here if I just move some of these papers around.
I love how our teachers chime in. You get 2 free items per shift.
What? No,
like our teachers are right on top of it. They're like, I already know. Actually, I'm watching you right now from the break room.
That was one. Wait, oh, you mean when you're ordering, you get 2 free items?
No,
once.
When you work there.
Yeah, when you work there. I'm sorry. Yeah, when I got a coupon once that was 1 free item, anything on the menu. I don't remember how I think corporate sent it to me somehow. Like I had a bad experience or a great experience. I don't even remember. Or a manager gave him.
I did that the other day, by the way. And I know you got to wrap up because you got food.
Where'd you go?
Well, I had a bad experience with Pizza Hut, which I detailed on my podcast and on here. Ordered Pizza Hut. I ordered Pizza Hut. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Did you?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, all right. Well, I can't.
Okay. Oh, great. So
my dinner thing just went off. I gotta go take the dinner out of the oven. So,
okay, buddy. I'll see you later, man.
Dude, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'll chat with you later, man.
Thanks. That's the nicest way I've ever seen anybody leave a chat with their friend. They're just like, I can't hear you. I mean, he literally just ghosted me like my students. Just like all of a sudden, oh, technical issues. Sorry, gotta go. Bye. But I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Hopefully you can still hear me. But I had my podcast called Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. I had a pizza disaster at Pizza Hut, which I've told you guys about. And Pizza Hut sent me a coupon and it said free large any pizza. And I was like, I was very mad at Pizza Hut. And I was like, free large any pizza? Any pizza large? Any pizza? And so I went in and I added all the extras. And when I say I added all the extras, it was a stuffed crust pizza with flavored crust, extra cheese, like 10 toppings. I added everything that I could possibly add to this pizza. And then I was like, golden moment, entered in the coupon, and it was all gone. All of it, even the extras, even the $2 extra for extra cheese, even the $2 for the extra stuffed crust, all of it. got that giant pizza loaded with everything free. And I think I ate like 2 slices because I think it took me out, gave me heartburn. And everything gives me heartburn now, by the way. As soon as you turn 35, just so you know, heartburn just exists naturally in your body. I wake up and I have heartburn. I go to sleep and I have heartburn. I look at a picture of a piece of cake and I'm like, that just gave me heartburn. Everything's and then I think about going to work, heartburn. I'm on live. You guys could right now. Somebody could post an emoji of pie, and I would ooh that hurt. Instant heartburn. But yeah, how the heck did I get the Pizza Hut coupon for free? I complained on their Twitter. They don't like people complaining in public. So on Twitter, I messaged. I was like, "Hey, Pizza Hut, this is what happened. This was terrible." And they were like, "DM us with we don't like that experience." And they DM me, and they sent me a coupon for free large any pizza, and it was any. Yeah, patreon.com/crying in my car. That's the name of my podcast. But yeah, also so while Adam's not here, I just wanted to tell you guys the Patreon is changing a little bit. It is going to still have everything the old Patreon had for the Crying in My Car listeners, but it's also going to have the videos in advance now. So if you like the videos, you're like big fan of them and you want to watch them in advance before anybody else, you can sign up for that. It also will have tickets sooner, so you can know ahead of time where I'm coming and get tickets in advance, and free tickets as well. And the super big bonus, got 2 super big bonuses. First off, this month, all Patreon members get a free ticket to the Teacher Zoom comedy show. That's a $10 ticket, and it's for $2.99 a month. You can cancel anytime, by the way. You could literally spend $2.99, get your free ticket, enjoy it for a month, and then go, yeah, I'm done. And then that's it. And we don't message you ever again. It's just, okay, cool, thanks. Thanks anyways, appreciate it. And also, if you sign up for the full year, you get 2 months free. I think it's like 10%, so it comes to about that. And then I'll send you a personal video too, where I'll like chat it up and be like, "Hey, such and such. Thanks for subscribing. Throw in some jokes and make it personal for you." And also, in the past, not right now, but in the past, Patreon members have gotten discounts too on Zoom shows for their schools. So if you're like, my school could never afford it, they get like huge discounts, and I've sent out merch and things like that too. And yeah, so just be aware, Patreon's kind of a cool thing. The link's down at the bottom if you want to sign up. It's so yeah, anyways, but yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the laughter tonight. If you did, feel free to send stars or super chats or whatever you like. And thank you all for joining and sharing. New video comes out Tuesday, another new video on Thursday, brand new podcast on Wednesday. This weekend I'm at McCurdy's for an outdoor show. It is a cleaner show and it is outdoors, so it's the safe, really cool show for you guys. And don't forget as well, and I'm going to post this because it just has to be said, teacher Zoom show at gmail.com if you want a live teacher performance through Zoom. Also, if you're local to Florida or you have like a big budget and you want in person, I'm doing in person now too. There's like 2 or 3 schools that I'm going to in person. And those can be set up too. Teacher Zoom show at gmail.com. Just send that message there and you can have me on your Zoom. And end of the year, great little party time. And you can even set up beginning of the year next year. I have some that have signed up already for August and September, knowing for sure that they want, comedy. And June's pretty open too. May is a little packed, but it can still happen for sure. So yeah, just send us a message and we'll get it right to it. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and everybody have a great work week. And yeah, so I'll talk to you all later. Thanks again. Appreciate it.